this is totally a real group. Totally some really badass moms out there who show you that you are absolutely normal for feeling all the funky, weird, smelly, wonderful things you feel all the time. And I think when you're around a bunch of women like that, that it just helps encourage you.
All right, guys, this is Judy. Judy's one of our amazing strong moms. Totally from the very beginning, like you captured Dave's heart when you first chatted with him. But I wanted you guys to hear from Judy and her own story in her own words. So give us a quick rundown, Judy. Can you tell us, kids, and just give us a quick bio of where you're at in life right now?
My husband and I live in Iowa. We have a total of 5 children, kind of 8 children. We have 3 original children who are from a previous relationship that I had. So they are 24, 22, and 20 with partner people. And then we also have a 10-month-old and a 17-month-old. The 17-month-old we're working on hopefully potentially adopting.
Yep.
So a few months ago, I am on Facebook going away and I come across a strong moms thing. I'm like, this looks completely badass. I'm looking into it. And then I did something I don't normally do. I hit the contact me button. And then they sent me some other videos. So the video I saw was a mirror video. And it talked about how do you see yourself? How do your family and your kids see you? And I really thought about my babies and even the adult kids. What do they see me as? And when I look in the mirror, I don't see the person I feel like I am on the inside. I feel strong and healthy and energetic. When I look at the mirror, and even when I look at the scale, I'm like, I'm not healthy. I want to look and feel this person. And so today, I've been on the program for over 3 months. I'm trying not to minimize this. I've lost 15 pounds total. I have to be reminded that that's awesome. And then the other thing is, though, I'm not worrying as much. Mentally, I think is where I'm seeing my biggest hurdles being accomplished. Anxiety and stress and trying to feel like I have to do everything all the time. And I have a full-time job and I have the babies and my husband works a lot. It just pounds on me after a time. And there's a lot of exercises that help you start to break through those mental barriers, kind of piece by piece, identify things to work on. You circle it till you go to the next thing. So it ends up helping. So I feel better already. So that's where I'm at.
No, and it's so funny because we classically look at where we want to be, not how far we've come. Like 15 pounds, and we'll shout this from the rooftops. That's why we don't have it's not a short, it's not like a month-long 4-week program or anything, because it does take a while. And, you didn't lose the weight, you got rid of it, because you're not going to find it. Right. And it's been such an awesome progression because it is just showing your day-to-day life is getting you to where you want to go. But I love that you nailed the mindset part, because you've heard us say this all the time. We don't want to put the spotlight on weight loss, because then we're just constantly thinking about what we want to lose. And we're not worried about the things that actually get us to lose the weight and keep it off and feel great and confident. But it's so funny because 15 pounds and it's gone forever.
Yep, gone.
That's in 3 months. That's amazing. Yeah. And you feel stronger and more confident. And so can you explain, walk me through a way that you feel like mentally, do you have any examples? And if you don't, it's okay. I'm putting you on the spot.
No, so I worry too much. And there was a TED Talk we did, gosh, and her name always escapes me, but she talks about how she's late for a conference. So she didn't have time to do this, and this. And so she doesn't feel her family has the meals prepped, the food laid out and everything for her to go on this conference. And then when she's lamenting this to her husband, he says, we really don't eat any of the food you put out, and we don't wear what you put out either. So sorry. So I just got to go visit a girlfriend from high school. We only see each other every so many years. And someone asked me how I was doing with my husband being home with the babies, because he generally works, well, a lot of hours, and the babies are truly 7 months apart. And when they asked me, I said, well, I won't be home to see all the things he does wrong that I wouldn't do that way. And the babies will be alive, and the house will be clean when I get home. So what happens in the gap there, it doesn't matter. And I had no stress. I sometimes didn't even talk to the babies because they're not exciting to talk to. And it was fine. And they were happy when I got home.
That, like, you've heard me say this, I love hearing people, we have these things, to everybody watching, we have these things called experiences. So when you put on a pair of pants that all of a sudden you button up differently, that's a pants experience. We have people who have shirt experiences. We have bra experiences. We had a fanny pack experience where someone put a fanny pack on and she was like, it fell down. There's all these experiences, and I get so excited because I know the confidence that comes from that, because you're physically seeing those results. But nothing lights me up more than hearing our moms talk about less worry, truly living like in the present, like you with your girlfriends, living in the present moment, because it's you, and you've heard us say it, like we need to be where our feet are, because that's the only thing we can do at that moment. But so oftentimes we're worried and, kind of second guessing our past and then worrying about the future, which just creates that gap for us having that one rare time with our girlfriends where we can really kick back and, have no worries, because all of those are taken care of. But that lights me up. It makes me so happy.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, that's what matters. Right. And then the crazy part is, and what people don't get, though, that mindset is what actually helps you continue to make good decisions with every other area of your life. Like, stressed brains don't think clearly. That's just science. And so if we can go into weeks, like say you come home from this trip and then you're going into the week and you're less stressed, you're going to make better decisions on taking care of yourself, on your movement, on the food you eat, on the way you react. I'm trying to think about having two babies 7 months apart. I can't even speak on how I would react when things go awry, but you're arming yourself with a better, you've heard me say this too, through the storm, you're going through this storm in a battleship and not a dinghy. So when things go off the rails, you can handle it. I have one more question. I have two more questions. Had you tried anything in the past? Because you're the second or third person in a row that said to me through these conversations, like, I did what I would normally never do. Like, I entered my information and I would never do that. So had you tried anything before you found Strong Mom?
Not really to this extent. I've done paleo, Weight Watchers, I kind of dabbled in some things. But as far as truly like just something that no one had ever heard of, I had a couple people say, well, I don't know what you're doing. They thought I was joining a cult. They go, this sounds like a cult. I'm like, it's not a cult. It's not a cult. So it was just that time. So I got to see a couple of the videos, and I was also reading this book. Nothing is, I'm so sorry, I have to figure it out. Basically, it's this made up word that everything is possible. And it talked about when you're having things you want to accomplish and you're not doing it. And when it comes down to, is it time? Is it money? And I'm really good at managing my time. I'm not good at spending money on myself. So that was one of my bigger hurdles is, I'm so busy taking care of everything that I just reached this point within myself. I was like, I have to take care of myself. I won't be around to take care of all the other things I need to take care of. So the timing just happened that I was reading a book, and then some of the videos that they have on the website just was like prompting me that this is where the universe wanted me at that moment.
It so was, for everybody's sake, ours included. Everybody loves Judy. All right, I've got one last question, because I'm not going to keep you forever. You do have a lot going on. What would you say to someone on the fence? We do obviously talk to a lot of people, and for same reason, like, We're on the
Mhm.
internet. We're,
Yeah.
you just never know. And I get that. So not our words, but yours. What would you say to someone on the fence?
Uh, for someone who has a serious stranger danger radar, I don't talk to people. Um, you know, this is totally a real group. Totally some really badass moms out there who show you that you are absolutely normal for feeling all the funky, weird, smelly, wonderful things you feel all the time. And I think when you're around a bunch of women like that it just helps encourage you. And it's totally somewhere that I'm refinding myself, internally, and I feel strong, and I'm starting to see that mirror, 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 right? I'm starting to see the woman I feel like I am. And sometimes you just need to pull the goddamn trigger. Fucking pull it. Do something for yourself. Tell your husband you're gonna let me do this. Tell your partner you're going at it. And if you're a single mom, tell your kids, guess what we're gonna do for the next so much time, right? Just fucking do it and have fun.
There's the Judy everyone falls in love with. That's the best. I literally am gonna listen to that on repeat. No, I so appreciate you sharing. And again, it's so funny because sometimes where our conversations go, I have no idea what people are gonna say. Like I said before we press record, I'm like, just it's you, share whatever. And I love that. I'm like, you can't even follow that up, so I'm not even gonna try. So Judy, everyone, this is her amazing. I'm literally going to listen to that last part because it's just warms my heart.